Anyway, I guess I better get going. Why? I mean, now that you've confronted me, you're gonna kick me out of here, right? And I don't want to cause you any real trouble or make you call an exorcist, so I'm just gonna take the graceful way out. What? You actually want me to stay? But why? All I ever did was annoy you. You... I... I guess I understand. Even though we never really interacted before, I also enjoyed the feeling of living with someone else. And I also feel like we grew closer over time. Like we adapted to each other's habits. Are you absolutely sure you want me to stay? Really? You're not gonna call an exorcist on me? Then... fine. And, uh, thank you for letting me stay here. Does that... does that mean that we're now roommates? Like, officially? But why not? I thought you wanted to live together. You want to be more? Oh, you mean like friends? I would love to be your friend. I never really had friends before. For now. What does that okay. If you say so, I won't worry about it. But that makes me so happy. What should we do as friends? Should we, like, shake on it? Or do introductions? I mean, I know pretty much everything about you since I live in your home and all, but I'm sure you have questions for me, right? So I'll try to answer anything as best as I can. Oh, my name is... Uh, actually, I don't remember. It also doesn't really matter now, I think. A lot of details about life become fuzzy once you die. I also don't know why that happens. But I guess it might be something like a mental defense mechanism. Like my brain is trying to protect me against the pain that would come with the memories. Only that I don't have a brain anymore, of course. Hmm. I also don't know how thinking works for me then. My best guess is that consciousness, in the first place, is not just a product of electrical signals in your synapses. Instead, it is the other way around. It's not that I can think despite not having a brain, but that you can think because you also have a soul possessing your body. So nothing really changes after death when it leaves. Or maybe it would be better to say when you leave your body behind. How can I touch objects if I don't have a body anymore? That is actually something I can answer. It's really easy. I can. When I pick things up, like this book for example, I don't touch it directly. Instead, I move it with telekinesis. Technically, it doesn't matter how far away it is, but if I pretend to touch it, it makes the image in my head more accurate and it becomes easier. I don't want to bore you with all of that magical stuff. Oh, uh, also, that is essentially how I talk. By using telekinesis on the air around me to make it vibrate. Then how are you able to touch me? The most likely explanation is that you subconsciously used a kind of telekinesis to grab onto my essence, but that requires a lot of willpower and intent. So, I. I guess you really did not want to let me leave. Not that I want to blame you or anything. I really am really thankful that you did, or we would not have had this wonderful conversation. Yeah, I'm okay. Just getting a bit flustered again. I I feel more at ease talking to you than anyone else I ever knew, but it, it's still a lot of new things that I need to process. I can answer one more question, though. No, it's fine, really. I can see that you're still curious, and what's the worst that could happen? I'm already dead after all. How did I die? Hmm. Oh, no, it's not insensitive or anything. Don't worry. I just don't remember. As I said before, many details about my life are fuzzy and unclear, but that memory is just completely gone. I'm sorry for not being able to answer your question. Might I ask you a question in return? I think I have a pretty good understanding of your daily routine, and usually you would be in bed by now. Oh, what were you doing in the living room instead? You had to think about some stuff. What were you thinking about? If you're comfortable telling me, of course. I've done my fair share of thinking, so maybe I can offer some help. It's a bit of a longer story. Well, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, and I am a great listener, so feel free. You confessed to someone today? Oh, they must be a lovely person for you to be interested in them. What did they say? No, that person must have been blind and deaf. I mean, you were, um, like, r- really, like, cool and good looking and funny. Anyway, did they say why? That's not it. Then, if they also liked you, why did they still. Oh, I see. I guess I also wouldn't particularly like it if the one confessing to me was in love with someone else. But the way you told the story, they seemed like someone really great. Even though they liked you, they still rejected you and even wished you luck with your actual crush. So the thing you had to think about later was what your crush means to you. I see. May I ask what kind of person they are? Maybe talking about it would help you better understand it yourself. So you see them every day. They're cute and a bit weird, but you like their antics? But you've never actually talked to them before. You're not stalking them, are you? Oh, good, good. Anyway, they sound absolutely lovely. I hope you manage to approach them soon and that you two work out. Why do you look so sad? Is something on your mind? Do, do, do I like anyone? Why would you ask me that? Me? Having a crush? Impossible. In the first place, you know I don't leave the house, right? How would I even find anyone to crush on? Me? Lying? Never. What made you think that? I am absolutely, definitely, perfectly fine, and no problems whatsoever. But let's talk about something else, something less ridiculous and completely untrue. How about? Oh yeah, earlier I was about to ask you why you never spoke to me before, even though you could see me. You were scared. It looks like my haunting managed to put a little bit of fear inside you after all. Though I am, of course, sorry if I actually caused you any real distress. If that's not it, then what did you mean? You were afraid that I would run away once I learned about it? As much as I would like to deny that, I did indeed try to flee, so there's not much I can say in my defense. But what changed today? Why did you decide to finally talk to me? Uh, because you made your mind up today to approach your crush? But how do I come into the play? I could you maybe repeat that? It almost sounded like you said that I am. So I heard that right the first time. Are you serious? You, you're in love with me? But why? Cute and funny. I guess you already explained that before, but that's not the point. I'm a ghost. How could you possibly fall in love with me? I'm not even alive. Well, maybe it doesn't matter to you now, but think about it. We can never marry. We can't eat anything together or go out without you looking like a lunatic talking to yourself. You can't introduce me to your parents or friends. Everyone will think you're either crazy or alone. We can't even touch. Actually, that problem seems not to be a problem anymore, but still. You really don't care about that, do you? Uh, Fine. I guess I have to accept your passion, at least. Why did I only mention arguments why you should not be in love with me? That's because, I, I need to go. You, you're right. I guess I do owe you a straight answer. Since you gathered the courage to confess to me, I, I'm maybe, possibly, also in love with you. Red? Red is a completely normal color for a ghost, and I am definitely not blushing. So, what do we do now? We both confessed. So, does that mean we're like together? Do I want us to be? I mean, yes. If we both want to, I guess that means we are then. So, what do couples do? Cuddle on the couch and read a book? I, um, I don't have enough energy to be embarrassed anymore. Of course, you heard that too. And I would love to. I bet it feels warm to be close to you, my sweet living.